This is grease on the screw.
Right.
Yep.
What's that now?
Here's a rudder tube. Just made a little ferrule for the top and soldered it on. There'll be a rubber o-ring compressed against that, which when the tube's packed with grease should be the final barrier to prevent water getting into the hull. And here's the rudder tube in place. There'll be a ferrule epoxied into there to spread the load a bit. The tube will be epoxied with it, of course. That's how the rudder will sit. And that's what it looks like in the boat. That's the rudder arm, which will go over the top with the rubber o-ring between them. It should seat rather nicely, I think. Clean that up and that'll form a reservoir to put a bit of resin in to glue the top of the rudder post. I'm now going to mix a little bit of epoxy, pour it down that gap, and then lower the rudder assembly into place. when I lower the rudder assembly into place, it will push the tube in the correct amount. And a generous dollop of epoxy to glue it to the hull. Make sure plenty of it gets into the recess.
Foam underneath is soaking up.
Not much will go into the foam.
Yeah.
Looks okay.
That's okay.
Excellent. I'm going to have to finish the drive shaft before I can grease the rudder and mount it for the last time. So that means making a motor mount. The motor is going to sit in there like that, and in these holes there's going to be a square block, roughly that sort of dimension, and I need to make a motor mount that fastens to this face of the motor, bends down, spreads out and mounts onto these. And this is roughly what I've come up with. I've copied the hole spacing directly from an X motor mount. This needs to be flat, this needs to be flat, and that's the area where I need to bend it. It will sit like that on the rails, and the bend needs to go through 135 degrees, so that's going to be quite a challenge. I've cut out that shape there. Leave a little bit for cleaning up. We'll go see how far off it is. And that's roughly where it'll be. A bit higher up maybe. Then I've got room to put a shaft saver in there if I want. I wasn't having a particularly good day yesterday, so I finished the motor mount off camera, and here's what the finished job will look like. It's time to start thinking about where I'm going to put the ESC. It wants to be within range of the motor wires, obviously, but I also want it an inch or two above the deck, so I've that to get on with now. Other than that, it's looking good. Won't be long before it's time to give it a good clean out, unblock some of those holes, seal the edges, give it a lick of paint, and start fitting the electronics. So it's only a short time till a wee while from now.